All right, good mythical morning chat. I have not, and my bed's a mess. This is embarrassing. I'll just be making my bed while I'm talking about this. I guess it won't take that long. Make it a little more organized. Hello, I am back after a 3-week hiatus, and I'm trying to figure out the setup because it's scuffed. I have been gone for 3 weeks. For good reason. Oh shit, I need to turn on my computer. I don't want to rush this because there are a lot of things that happened in the last 3 weeks. A lot of them are important. And my FE exam is coming up in 2 weeks. And so there's a lot I've been thinking about. And this kind of took a seat on the back burner, unfortunately. I'm trying to see like when I posted the last video. I know, like I saw it was 3 weeks ago, but the specific date, I guess. February 8th, which is definitely after I met the girl I'm talking to now. Hopefully soon to be girlfriend. And, well, let's see, where's February 8th here? Oh my gosh, there's a lot been going on. Trying to rehash everything that's happened. I don't know if I've talked about my meal prepping. Meal prepping has been great. I have been making the same meal for the past month at least, if not more. And I'm learning new things every week. Although I think next week or the week after, I'll probably branch out, explore something different, because not that I'm sick of it. Well, maybe I am getting kind of sick of it. I'm making like honey soy chicken, rice, veggies, that stuff. It's good, it's healthy. But I think I'm hitting my current skill gap right now. I want to explore different techniques, prepare different foods. But I learned a lot. I cut myself last week on a peeler. It's pretty, I was peeling ginger, peeling the skin off. It was way worse last week. I bled a lot. It healed pretty fast though. I got these like bougie $15 Band-Aids. I was like, whoa, hold on now. High roller here. They're advanced healing. It was pretty cool though. They're waterproof because I was scared to wash the dishes after and shower. And then with that Band-Aid though, I didn't feel a thing because it was just airtight. So that's cool. And throughout the entire past few weeks, I've been talking to this girl who I won't name, because privacy is very important and I need to respect people's privacy. I need to work on this because I'm used to just yapping to people, friends, but this is a public YouTube channel. Maybe I should, I don't know. I just like making these videos anyways, but I think I'll get to her towards the end, and I'll just talk about stuff that's happened in between. And there are also a lot of dates in between. I told my friends about her. Things were going good. God, I'm looking through my Google photos to try to remember what even happened. I went to this place, like a taqueria or something. I don't know what it's called, but it was a lot of food, and it was all right. It wasn't a great. Maybe I just don't like Mexican food, but the food was. No, the food was alright. It's very. Yeah, not totally sure, but in any case, I went with a few friends. That was good. Oh my god. Work has been interesting. Past few weeks, well, I was pretty occupied for a good 2 weeks, and then after that, it's kind of fallen off the face of the earth, or not like I have in terms of the work that I need to do, or the work that I have to do. Because for 2 weeks, I had a project where I was basically simulating cable ampacity for these solar sites that are being constructed. And what that means basically is these cables are run underground to power things on these solar sites. And we have to make sure that because these cables are powering devices, there's current running through them, and current heats up these cables. And so we want to make sure that the cables are actually able to operate at the temperatures that we need them to operate at. And so I was using the software, and it was a weird like 2 weeks, because the work itself was fun, but then in between I was kind of just like not sure what to do, because some of the simulations take a while, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do here. And now I know, but like in the moment I was just like, I don't want to ask for more work, because what if I take on too much and then I don't know what the hell I'm doing and I have to blah blah blah. Didn't think it was a good look. So like I just sat there and just read and just like did stuff. And coming out of it though, then I realized like, all right, I talked to my supervisor, and he was like, you won't know what your limit is until you hit it. And that's a really good point. And it's like, you can always come back from your limit. So lesson I learned. Oh wait, did I start making this meal prep? Oh, I wanted to make something different. Never mind. Anyways, but work was good. Work is getting better, I think. I'm realizing I don't relate all that well to a lot of my coworkers. Yeah, I don't relate that well, which has been difficult, but we're working on it. I think I literally just need to ask them questions and do more work with them, and then hopefully the connections end up better. But yeah, that's been happening. Works, I don't know if there's anything else really that's been going on at work. It's just kind of like, I want to be busy. Well, do I? Well, at least after I'm done studying for this exam, I can be free, because I had to come back and had to study. Oh my gosh, I don't want to study. Actually, no, I do want to study. I'm feeling the pressure to lock in. But yeah, anyways, work's been all right. And then I went to this Love and Madness movie premiere. My friend's boyfriend worked on it. He was a sound guy, and the movie was just basically about two relationships that are very toxic / dysfunctional / unhealthy. And it's a movie about love in your 20s, and each character was very distinct in how they loved and who they were as people. There was just a couple, I don't remember the names. One dude was Henry. He was very anxiously attached, and then the girl he was dating was someone who was striving to be an actress, and so, but that was her main priority above all else. That was her dream, and he prioritized love, and so that clashed. And then the other relationship was this, I forget his name, Jackson Naomi, I think. I don't know if Jackson was the actor's name, but Jackson was very much so fuckboy asshole, and like Naomi just wanted more quietly, if that made sense. And it was very drawn out, I'd say. I don't think the storytelling could have been condensed, I think, but overall it was still a good movie that had a good message, I think, if you can interpret it well. Because there was a Q&A after the movie, and then the director was talking about how it's just written that these characters won't change, which I was just like, before I heard his answer to that message, I was like, these people can all take control of their lives and find something better for themselves and grow. But his intent specifically was to show the tragic reality, maybe. But in any case, it was a good movie. It was 2 hours. It was a fun movie premiere. I would do it again, and I had a good fit going into it. So, we'll get into this later. But then we'll talk about this girl later. Me and my friends had a wine night. I might as well show, I can show the Google Photos. This is what I made. Oh, this is what I made. This is well, we won't show that for too long. Wait, there's a collage also of everything. Oh, Josh. Anyways, sorry, there's all the stuff we made. I'm using an airborne container to hold the photo, but you can see it's a cat, Cheez-It, Angry Bird, my cat, donut, chocolate, I tried making, black watermelon, there's a lot there. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. We hung out until like 2 a.m. after getting there like 7. It was a vibe though. I need to post on my spam again. Jeez. I have screenshots of text from this girl in my Google Photos. What's her name? Let's see. More dates, which I'll get to later. There's this place called Urban High, close to work, and the orange chicken looks so good. I should just look at that. It's fantastic. Maybe I should organize. No, actually, my desk isn't that messy. I'm just gonna move my glasses wipes away. It's pretty good orange chicken. Could have been better. And then, I guess like general hangouts. Nothing too eventful. Went out for the first time in a while. Then I went to ThriftCon, which is where I got this. That was, last week? It was last week. I got 3 good pieces. 3. This was one of them, and I'm not gonna go into my, I guess I could, so, I don't know. This is a piece, I like this sweater, thermal. I don't know if it's gonna be the best to wear with the spring/summer season coming up, but hopefully I can get some mileage out of it before. I guess I can show pictures. God, I don't want to get up. Fuck it. We're going mobile. Whatever. I might as well. It's not that much. This is Alpine Star hoodie I got. A zip up, not hoodie. Sorry. And then I got this thermal as well, which I thought looked kind of nice. Oh gosh, this is a Chad face POV. But it was fun. There were these people that cut me in line. It was a long line, first of all. Very long line. Like it was like a half-hour wait when I was in it, and then the line got longer because it was like entrance was here. And you can imagine a really long line of people, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just goes all the way. It's you can't even see anyone anymore. And then it wraps around, and then it goes back, so it's like shoo, 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 and then back up, and then it's like a shit ton of people. And this dude cut me in line. First of all, I'm not great at being confrontational, so I was like, okay, one person's fine. And then I was like thinking, what if his friends come up? What if he has friends that shows up? Because who comes to these things alone? I do. And then 4 of his friends pulled up, just cut in front. I was just like, bro. Honestly, I should have said something. I'm not confrontational, I'm great at practicing. I should at least put them behind me, but we'll work on that in the future. Because it was like in the moment. I always whenever I'm met with new situations, I'm just like, fuck, I don't know what to do. And then after I process it, I'm like, okay, well, it's still important to me. So next time I should say something. So anyways, then I go into ThriftCon, and it's very overstimulating. There's a DJ in the middle. It's so loud. I'm just like, there's so many people inside also. And some of the stuff, this stuff was relatively affordable. I think this is I spent $110 on those 3 things. But there was some creator stuff that was hundreds of dollars. And that's ridiculous. I haven't practiced my public speaking. I keep saying filler words, but that's okay. I need to practice being intentional about everything that I do, honestly. Anyways, It was very overstimulating. I was thinking a lot because I was on a bit of a time crunch, because I was also going to meet the girl I was talking to after, and I was worried I was going to be running behind schedule, so I mentally rushed myself. I put too much pressure on myself. Really, I need more practice, just like catching myself in those moments. And I don't know, because I spent $20 on the ticket to go to ThriftCon and not walking away with things that were cool. I was just like, that kind of feels bad. So I got these 3 things. I got the Alpine Star zip up hoodie first, and then towards the end I got these 2 thermals. So I'm happy with that. So overall good experience. Then after that I go to see my girl, and we'll talk about that after, because there are other times we've hung out, and I want it to be like kind of cohesive. It's like a relevant topic. And so I see her. Gosh. I see her again today. I want to see her. She got me my flowers for the first time. I got flowers for the first time, chat. Let's go. And then this past Monday, me and my homeboy, I'm not gonna say his name due to privacy, play in our first pickleball league. We lose. We get smoked by 60-year-olds. Tough loss, but we got good practice in. We're learning. It was like the first game, or like we pulled up to the pickleball court. We were looking at them and we were like, wait, is this who we're playing? I'm like, oh shit. And I was like expecting to get smoked, honestly. I was like, yeah, these guys are gonna be better than us. And they were. They were very friendly though and kind, so it was a good experience. I did have tournament competitive jitters, because I hadn't played in anything competitive in so long. Like, I used to be in siege tournaments, I used to be in spike ball tournaments, and now I'm in a pickleball league, and it's all like, whoa, oh, holy shit. And like, I used to race also, running, that is. And those kind of jittery feelings came back. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. It feels good though, because then it's important to you, right? But so we lost like 2-10, no, 2-11, 4-11, I don't know. And then the last game we did win. And these games were done like half an hour. And then they're like, you want to keep playing? And we were like, yeah. And then we played more, and the record ended up being 2-3, but we did learn a lot. I got better at the feel of pickleball. I hope I don't forget for the match coming up this coming Monday. But it was a lot of fun, and I really wish my pickleball partner was staying here, bruh. But it was cool. And had some good moments. I feel like pickleball is a sport I could definitely like pour my heart and soul into. Although I still probably would like spike ball. Anyways, I'm looking at texts I've sent. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Oh wow, my girl's so pretty. Oh gosh. I spent a lot of time with this one. I want to spend more. And then, there's like a work happy hour this past Thursday. The food was good. I still can't relate to my coworkers, so I'm like, fuck. But what are you gonna do, right? And then I went to this like game room called Activate, and it's like just like an in-person gaming league kind of. You kind of just like go in with a group of people, and then they have separate rooms for like different kinds of mini games, and you can get like points and you can score on the leaderboard, and it's kind of cool. I think I prefer actual gaming though, but it was a fun event. Gosh, yeah, a lot of fun pictures. Oh wait, I wonder if I was wondering if I was showing anything that would reveal any private or personal information, but I think it's okay. But in the last few weeks, mixed bag, mostly good. A lot to learn, a lot to do. Been learning a bit about myself, I think. I've been tackling some questions about love, about what I want to do, about who I want to be. And those are the important questions, right? Like I should be asking myself those, so it's good. These are just some silly screenshots, but I'm grateful for my friends and the people I'm spending time with, so it's good. I gotta see. I wonder if I can put her on my spam. I'll have to ask her that today. Anyways, we'll get to the girl. That's the most pressing thing. I really should have been on that at the start. I know my friends, that's what my friends care about. But, okay. I met this girl on Hinge. Matched with her February 4th, I believe. And so, or February 3rd. And right off the bat, like I was trying to talk to other girls, or not, that sounds bad. Before I matched with her, I was trying to see how things would work with other girls, but then I matched with her and I was just like, oh, I instantly just knew. And from there, we really just hit it off. And the first week, I was kind of in my typical like Chad overthinking, Chad questioning things and like not knowing whatever. And then she just gave me so much reassurance, and not even intentionally, but just how she expressed herself, how she texted, the way she communicates, and I don't know. She kept me very calm and reassured, and I've never felt this way before. And then, so we talked for like, I don't know how long before our first date. I'm gonna look at the pictures. First date was 2 weeks after. Oh, so we like talked for a week on Hinge. I got her number. Talked for another week after that. Went on our first date. We did an escape room. She carried me. Admittedly, I was very slow in the uptake, but we got out with 6 minutes left to spare. And after that, we went to get froyo. Froyo is always good. And then, I got froyo on my long sleeve. I don't know if it's out now, but I'm gonna check that right now, actually. I think we're good. I think it washed out. And then after I got froyo, sat in her car and talked for like 3 hours. So it was good. I had questions to ask her, and it was a lot. Even I didn't even mention the texts themselves, but there's just like walls of text. It was a lot of talking, and it'd just be like send a huge bunch of walls for 3 hours, back. God, she's amazing. Shit. Okay. Anyways, good first dates. We talked more. Obviously telling her about, I'm just looking at like screenshots of text also. She made me a 10-hour playlist chat. Oh, we started FaceTiming. That's what we started doing. We started FaceTiming. And that was just, it was just nice. I don't know. Her company's amazing, and she's super sweet and kind and very affectionate and expressive. And God, I really don't get to say these things enough. She's amazing. Then for our second dates, maybe I'll just take a picture, or I'll show this. Yeah, I don't know. I actually can't tell if you're seeing these well, if I'm having the camera angled correctly, but for our second date, we went to the Battery in Atlanta, and there's a lot of food there, a lot of just different stores and things to do. They have another escape room there. We didn't do that, but we went to a Asian, not fusion, but there's like Asian food court called Feast, and we got Thai food because she loves Thai food. Got mango matcha. She got mango matcha. She loves mango matcha, and I got strawberry matcha, which is actually not that great. But God, is this an espresso? I don't even. Oh, this is like a mint chocolate drink. And then we played pool. We bowled. She smoked me in a few things. Ice hockey, but it was a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed spending my time with her. And I also paid $60 for parking, so that one hurt a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Those are the sacrifices we're willing to make, chat. Yeah, still texting. Oh, sending audio messages also. I sent her like a 9-minute and 12-minute audio message. She loved it. It's like, oh God, oh Jesus, unbelievable. I don't know. And then the day I went to ThriftCon, after that is when I went to see her, because she was she was planning on waiting in line for a concert for Del Water Gap. And so after ThriftCon, I met her at, oh God, what's the taco place? Velvet Taco, I think. And then I met her and her best friend, and I got interviewed for a bit, but then just like talked with her and her friend. Met up with her 3 other friends, or her friends met up with us, talked to them, and then we moved to the line, and then she talked to me about a few things I won't get into, and yeah, I don't know, it's good. It's really good. I can't wait to see her. Oh gosh. Oh, she's amazing. And then the Tuesday after I saw her there, I was with her for like 4 hours. Tuesday after that, she came over to my place. We made dinner, we baked, and we had wine. Although we should have probably had it earlier, but that's okay. And then we watched a movie. We watched Little Women. We cuddled. We kissed. I wasn't actually thinking I didn't think it was gonna happen, because I know both talked about how we were gonna do it until we were dating. What can I say? And then again, that's where I got my first flowers. And then I gave her flowers, and she gave me a note too, a very sweet note, and I won't read it, but it's very sweet. And first flowers ever. And then the day after that, we went to go see Wuthering Heights together. Oh God. We went to see Wuthering Heights. We took a little photo strip together. I don't look all that great, I don't know, but she looks beautiful. So yeah, and we're just spamming each other with reels too. It's crazy. Then after Wuthering Heights, I went to her place, and we just cuddled. What can I say? Maybe that's, I don't know. I'm a happy man, a happy camper. And then after, and I guess today I'm seeing her. I don't know when. I have to study for my exam, but things are going really well with this girl, and her and I really click really well. I'm blanking. I'm just very thankful, because I've talked about this before, right? So much of how I've existed has been for validation, for love, for other people, and I've grown enough and I've experienced enough to think about or I've grown enough to have a strong sense of self-belief where I don't need that validation anymore, and I'm not craving it, and it's not filling up my cup because I know it fills up my cup. And now I think what's different is now this is a choice that I'm making. Holy shit, that sounds super goated to say. I'm not doing anything for other people. I'm doing it because I want to do it. I'm doing it because it makes me happy, because this is what's important to me, and this is what I value. And I'm not driven by a need to meet people where they're at. I'm not operating on the idea that I need to hang out with these people. I need to hit these goals in order to succeed and be happy and feel like this is finally what's going to get me joy in life. Now I'm someone who's, obviously I still have things to work on. There's still a lot of things I need practice with, but right now I'm focused on me, and that is a ridiculously good feeling, because God knows after how many, I'm happy and things are amazing, and that could have been a crazy slip up. And I like this girl, and she likes me a lot. At least she tells me so. But I'm still dealing with things that make me feel a little down, or still learning how to exist as a person, as an adult in their 20s, fresh out of college, living independently. But I can keep looking back and saying that I'm happy with the decisions that I made, the path that I've followed, the mistakes that I've made. There were a lot of mistakes. Some mistakes that I held on to for way too long. And now I'm just grateful. Damn, I almost started fucking tearing up. And there's a lot I have to learn about boundaries, about being more assertive, about being confrontational, about being a better friend to some people, but at a base level, I know that I'm not sacrificing my needs, at least not a ridiculous amount, because love in some ways is sacrifice. And I know that the decisions that I'm making right now, I'm still able to maintain this level of happiness for myself, because that's what's important. That's what's important. We can't focus on making, it's it depends on the context, right? Obviously I care about this girl, and so I'm gonna do what makes her happy, but that's because I want to do it. I'm not gonna have someone twist my arm to give them love. It's gonna be love that I give of my own free will. And I don't know, it's freedom is what it is, really, because I'm not controlled by my emotions. I go to the gym, I do the work that I need to do, I know what's important to me, and I can think about what's stopping me from doing the things that are important to me, and I can work through those thoughts, and I can get to from point A to point B. And this control that I have over myself is amazing. I know what feels wrong, I know what I don't want to do, and I know who's important to me. I know the choices I need to make and what I'm going to do to focus on my happiness because that's what's important. And it's now it feels like I have choices I'm making for myself, by myself, without any sort of outward influence. And of course, obviously I'm just thinking of like the nitpicky people who are just being like, oh, blah, 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 blah. But shut up. Like, we all have to be the ones who gauge our own values, beliefs, what's important to us, why, and how we get there. Because no blueprint's the same. I think there's an objective end goal that everyone can attain, but everyone's path is different. How we're going to get there is different. The stages we're all at are different. And so some advice applies at some points later down the road, and some advice does not apply where we are now. In any case, I don't know. So things are good. Life is good. And I will try to work on uploading more. 3 weeks is far too long. But yeah, I don't know. I want to talk about Wuthering Heights, but I think I need to study now. But yeah, I don't know. I'll leave it in the description. The interesting stuff's in the last 20 minutes. So thanks for watching. Everyone can find love. Everyone can. I think I operate under the idea that, like, logically I knew I could find someone who would connect with me, but I had never experienced that before, right? So I was operating under the notion, the idea that I'm gonna keep trying for this. But still, underneath all of it, it's like, am I so difficult to connect with, to care for? And this girl is showing me that that's not true. And day by day, layer by layer, I am realizing this deeper and deeper. And I think, honestly, I've had a lot of questions throughout all of this, but right now I'm just grateful and thankful and feeling very blessed that I've met this woman. So it's possible, but as a man, you gotta keep working on your hygiene, dressing fashionably, being a man of good character, learning how to socialize with women. Because, okay, well, maybe I'll get into it kind of a little bit. But like, I was arguing with this dude. There's a dude in the comments saying like, why do women on dating apps only want 5% of the men? 5% of the top men. It's just like, brother, you cannot be giving a shit about those statistics, because what the fuck is the value in that? Do you want love? Yes or no? Okay, you want love. What the fuck are you gonna do for it? What are you gonna work? How are you gonna work for love? You can't sit and exist and be like, and just complain and expect it to fall into your lap. Like, there's a level, there's a balance I have inside me where I can see the people that I connect with, I care for, and I'll treat them with respect and not tenderness, but like, I will support them. But maybe I should work on that. It's like energy I don't currently have for people on the internet who are just so negative and pessimistic and focus on the wrong things. Going back to what I was saying, do you want love? Yes or no? If you want love, if you know you want love, how are you working towards that? If you're a guy, and I think, I don't know if it's easier. But I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about whatever. As a guy, you want someone to love you. You want a girlfriend. how are you making yourself attractive to women? This is like survival of the fittest. Like, you can't, that's wrong. Well, is it? Because, okay, everyone deserves love. Everyone is able to get love. But in some ways, you make it harder for yourself to make these people want to connect with you, to like you, to blah, blah, blah. If you want to make it easier, if you want to reduce that activation energy, the energy it takes for someone to like you back, you raise your own bar. Or maybe that's the wrong phrase. Like, their standards here, it's gonna take a while for you to get up there if you start here. But if you have good hygiene, good fashion sense, good character, then you meet the bar, and then it's like, okay, now there's less room for them. There's more room for them to just look at you, see who you are, and be like, this is someone I'm interested in. But if you don't have good hygiene, if you don't know how to socialize with women, if you aren't an interesting person, if you don't know how to express yourself, if you don't have confidence, if you haven't worked through your insecurities, like, you have to figure out what makes you attractive, what makes people attractive to women. And it's not like I didn't do that all just for a girlfriend. I did it for myself. But for some people, it's harder to justify using yourself as a starting point. I hated myself, and I went from point A to point Z. Well, I mean, I'm not finished yet, but like point A to point whatever the fuck. I hated who I was. I had a lot of self-shame, a lot of self-hatred, and that pushed me forward. If that's not enough for you, if you genuinely hate yourself, then think about some other goal you want to achieve. How are you gonna get that? You have to change. That's my perspective. Maybe it's kind of brutal, I don't know. But I believe in accountability. I believe in focusing on what's right in front of you and facing challenges head on and not making excuses for yourself because it's a waste of energy. What's the point? The fact of the matter is, this thing's still gonna suck. What are you gonna do to make it suck less? And if you're okay with it sucking, okay, that's again, I've said this before, I'll say it again, you don't have to change. But it's, for me, people who complain about things and that don't work to put energy into changing them, it's just negative energy to be negative, in my opinion. This is just me talking to myself, plainly and honestly. So, I'm done. I'm gonna study for a bit, see where my girl's at, hopefully see her at some point. I will see her at some point today, but I don't know when. So, thanks for listening, y'all. Sorry for the lack of uploads, but we're working on it. Promise. Peace, gang.